Leafs Nation. We are officially in that uncomfortable part of the season. Victor here. Another rough loss Monday night. The standings not getting any prettier. The trade deadline just days away. And now, 5 Maple Leafs just showed up on a major NHL insider's latest trade board. 5. This matters because when your team is sinking in the standings and multiple names are floating around league-wide boards, that's not just speculation. That's positioning. Are we about to see real movement in the next 48 hours? Or is this just noise? Before we break it all down, do me a quick favor. Hit like and subscribe. We're pushing towards 700 subscribers, and if you're locked in with Leafs Nation Report during this chaos, help us get there. All right, let's talk about who's on that board and what it really means. So here's what happened. Chris Johnston of The Athletic released his latest trade board heading into deadline week. 56 players league-wide listed as potential trade candidates. 5 of them, Toronto Maple Leafs. That's the second most from any team in the NHL. Only the Vancouver Canucks had more. That tells you everything about where this team is right now. Let's go through the names. At number 10 on the board, Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Now this one stands out. OEL is signed for 2 more seasons. He's not a rental. But Johnston points out that he could be an attractive asset, especially because of his playoff experience, including his previous run with Florida. He's steady. He can move the puck. And for a contender looking for veteran depth on the blue line, he makes sense. But here's my take as a fan. If you move OEL, you're not just selling expiring deals. You're reshaping the defensive structure. That's a bigger move than people think. Next up at number 16 and number 17, Bobby McMann and Scott Laughton. No surprise there. Both are rental forwards. Both have been in rumors all season. And with the Leafs looking less and less likely to make the playoffs, re-signing them doesn't make as much sense if management is pivoting toward asset recovery. McMann brings scoring touch and physicality. Laughton brings versatility and playoff-style energy. Those are the exact types of players contenders overpay for at the deadline. If the Leafs are serious about restocking, these two probably bring back the most reasonable value. Then further down the board at number 40, Simon Benoit, depth defenseman, physical edge, affordable. He's the kind of player a playoff team adds for toughness and bottom pair stability. Maybe you get a mid-round pick, nothing flashy, but it clears a roster spot and gives opportunity to younger players. And finally, at number 52, Kalle Järnkrok, depth forward, not likely to fetch a massive return. But again, this is about flexibility, cap space, opportunity for younger talent. Now let's zoom out. The Leafs haven't actually made a move yet. That's important. But the fact that 5 names appear on a respected insider's board, that suggests other teams are calling. It suggests Toronto is at least listening. And here's where it gets real. It would be surprising to see all 5 traded. Just logistically, that's a lot of deals in 48 hours. But more than one? Absolutely possible. And that's what makes this deadline fascinating. Are we trimming depth, or are we signaling something bigger? Because this team isn't just struggling, it's trending downward. The playoff picture looks bleak. The standings are unforgiving. At some point, you either double down or you pivot. And listing 5 names publicly on a board like this? That feels like a pivot leaning toward asset management. As a fan, that's tough to swallow. But it might also be necessary. So what does this all mean for the Leafs right now? It means the next 2 days could completely reshape the roster. 5 players on a major trade board isn't random. It reflects how the league sees Toronto, vulnerable, evaluating, and potentially ready to sell. If Treliving pulls off multiple deals, that tells us this organization has accepted reality. If he stands pat, that tells us they still believe in a late push. Either way, this is decisive territory. As a fan, I want clarity. I want a plan. I don't want half measures. If we're retooling, do it properly. If we're competing, show it immediately. Because right now, this moment feels like a fork in the road. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 players would you move first? Is there anyone on that list you absolutely wouldn't trade? Do you expect multiple deals in the next 48 hours? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk it through like real Leafs fans. If you've been riding with Leafs Nation Report through this deadline madness, hit like and subscribe. We're closing in on 700 subscribers, and I'd love your help getting us there. I'm Victor, and whatever happens before 3 p.m. Friday, we'll break it down together. Go, Leafs, go!